and welcome to Lost That's pretty good, but you know, just because it's Christmas and I am happy to be alive, no matter what's happening in the world around us, I want to do another big round of applause just to wake ourselves up. Let's all, everybody applaud if you're fucking happy that you're here on Saturday night! Woo! Thank you so much for coming to Lossman Radio Presents The Last Christmas. I'm Lauren, I'm the director of Lossman, and I want to personally thank you for joining us this evening. Raise your hand if you've been to a Lossman Radio show before. Oh, yes, thank you for returning. Now, raise your hand if this is your first Lossman Radio live show. Yeah! Welcome to our crazy family. So for those that are new, I'll just tell you we're a Los Angeles-based comedy group. We do sketch, we do music, we do videos, we do a whole bunch of stuff. You can learn about us more on lossmanradio.com. But of course, you're already learning about us the best way possible, which is coming to our live event. So thank you. Just a couple things about that live event. You should turn off your cell phones now, if you haven't already, right? This is that moment. Also, the show runs 1 hour. If there is an emergency, you can go back out the way you came, or there's also a secret exit out to the left of you, on the side of the stage. After the show, just because you're feeling really cheery and trying to add more cheer to everybody's lives, we are going to have a post-show holiday party. It's $1 off beer and wine at the bar all night after the show. Hell, I know. It's a real gift to all of us. And we are going to have a Christmas Carol sing-along in here, led by our own Michael Wells. No, Mikey, no, that's you. It's not behind you, it's you. Mikey, turn back around. No, Mikey, turn back around. Yes, it's you, it's you. Yeah, and once that's done, we're going to be playing an incredibly well-curated playlist of holiday songs through someone's phone. So it'll be a really great time. Okay, great. So that's all I have to say for right now. Are you two looking for seats? There's two in the front row right here. Then go right now. Just go. This is the time. This is the only time. Yeah, those two are yours. They're going to be great. You're going to be. That is the splash zone, so just be careful. All right, here we go. Without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy The Last Christmas.
Come aboard, passengers, and leave your troubles on the shore, because we're pushing out to sea, and the party don't stop till we reach the island of rock and roll. I'm Captain Chris. This is the Midnight Cruise. Christmas Eve, and you're listening to the Midnight Cruise on KLAS Santa Clarita's #1 classic rock station, where the beat never stops. I'm Captain Chris, and regular listeners of this station might be a little confused right now, because normally this is Lost Moon Radio's time slot. Well, tonight I'm subbing in for the host of the program, Jupiter Jack, while he attends Art Garfunkel's annual Hanukkah party. Apparently, Art does a very, very moving tribute piece of Dreidel Dreidel. There's not a dry eye in the house. But that's just Art. So, have no fear, Jack will be back next week with his New Year's Eve show, in which he'll be meditating on the theme of regret. Should be fun. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Captain Chris, and I'll be a rock and roll skipper tonight. I'm actually the newest DJ at the station. You may have heard my show if you've tuned in Tuesdays between 2 and 4 a.m. It's not a bad slot to be starting out with. I'm happy to get the experience, but that all being said, I couldn't be more excited to be here Saturday night at 8 p.m. Christmas Eve. It feels like I'm just gotta say this. Sorry. No, shit. Sorry. No. sorry, that's not the one. What I meant to say was, I am
Feeling alright.
good. Yeah, all right. There we go. Still get used to the board here. Okay, it's a very special voice tonight because it's Christmas Eve, so we'll be playing all holiday-themed material for the next hour. So if you've got a request or better yet, a dedication, go ahead, put that note in a bottle. I'll blast it out to sea, ship to shore. Obviously, I mean that metaphorically. If you do have a request, please just call the station. Lines are open. Okay, I'd like to kick off tonight's journey with a classic track. So let's chart a course toward merry old England.
Vodka is the
Damn it.
thing to say.
Okay. I think it's this one.
Mr. Chapman, Charles Dickens is here to see you.
Ah, thank you, Jenny. Send him in. Charles, thank you for coming.
Of course, thank you for reading the manuscript.
Yes, I think it's great. A Christmas Carol. I can tell you right now, we'd like to publish it.
Fantastic! That is great news.
Now, we do have some notes.
Well, I'm always open to feedback.
Good, good. So, first off, the ghosts. I think they're great. Initially, I thought, ghosts, aren't they more of a Halloween thing? But I think what you do with them is really fresh.
Good, good.
Now, there are a lot of them. The ones that are working the best for me are the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future.
You mean Christmas yet to come?
Yes, Christmas yet to come. Yes, for me, those are the big three. It's the other ones I have some issues with. For instance, the ghost of Christmas distant future. The things that show Scrooge are interesting. The flying trains, the balloon cities, the strange language the robots use.
You know, that's an actual functioning language I created.
Yes, I saw the glossary. I'm just not sure how any of this material is serving the story, since it seems like, after the first future ghost, Scrooge has already learned his lesson. He's scared straight, isn't he?
Well, maybe, but I think there's still more for Scrooge to learn, like where civilization is going and the languages we use.
Well, give it another look. Here's another one. Ghost of Christmas prehistory. This is the caveman sequence I'm talking about. This really felt like 80 pages that were just an excuse for puns.
You mean like how the Christmas goose is replaced with the Christmas dinosaur?
That's one of the better ones, yes. But the hiding the presents under the Christmas rock instead of the Christmas tree.
Yes, it was harder to find something for tree.
And then how all the little rocks are the presents.
Well, no, I think that's important.
I just don't think we're getting it.
You mean lose the whole section?
Exactly. Here's some other ghosts I think you can lose. Ghost of the alternate present. There's just too many timelines. Ghost of the woods. Didn't get this one at all. Is the ghost stuck in a tree?
No, it's a tree that died and became a ghost.
But it can talk.
Yes.
I think that's an easy cut. Okay, the ghost of Hanukkah. This struck me as anti-Semitic.
No. This is based on a Jew I know.
I find that hard to believe. Look, he's hoarding silver and poisoning wells.
He's the comic
He
relief!
tries to burn down an orphanage. I really think he has to go. Also, Scrooge isn't even in this part. To me, your story is Scrooge. When he's not around, I'm losing the thread. Which reminds me, this whole subplot of Fezziwig and Freddy the Nephew trying to find the gold they believe Marley's buried under the house, it's a distraction. And really, it goes into the whole generosity theme. Also, this part is pretty anti-Semitic.
The Jews are after the gold too.
Look, this is what it comes down to. You need to cut everything that's not the three ghosts.
What? That's most of the novel.
Yes, but the novel is 2,500 pages.
All right. No, my wife gave the same notes.
I'm so glad you're coming home to meet my family this Christmas.
Oh, me too.
My family's gonna love you.
You really think so?
You're gonna love Ohio.
You think there'll be snow?
The food will be great. You'll fit in so fast.
It all sounds perfect.
There's just one thing I ask.
Anyway.
Don't talk about 9/11.
What do you mean?
Don't bring up your theories on
You
9/11.
mean the fact it was an inside job? You know the bankers were warned they stayed home that day.
That's exactly the stuff I don't want you to say. Don't talk about 9/11.
It just comes up,
It's not gonna come up.
but it might come up.
Why would it come up?
Last 15 years stem from this one event that was deliberately planned by our own government. Goodbye! I won't talk about 9/11.
I really appreciate that.
Even though there's no debris from Flight 77.
Yes, there was. It hit the Pentagon.
Rumsfeld knew,
You know that's not real.
and you know that jet fuel can't melt steel. But okay,
Don't talk about 9/11.
but you do admit the Bush administration had it out for Saddam Hussein, so they took an empty plane and pretended it was hijacked.
My mother has high blood pressure.
That justified the invasion, a false flag operation. And what about how CNN had the first tower falling at 10:06 when all the other networks said that it was 10:08?
My grandpa's dying. It's probably his last rib. And he's in World War II.
Honey, you know they faked Pearl Harbor too.
Darling, please.
What about Dick Cheney and Halliburton? I just asked you a question.
Please don't talk about Cheney, Wolfowitz, Saudis, or vaccines.
Ooh, thanks for reminding me about vaccines.
Honey?
Honey.
Honey! Don't talk about 9/11.
That was Felix Crescetti and his new girlfriend Caroline with Baby Please Don't Talk About 9/11. And for that, we heard a conversation about Charles Dickens and his editor, recorded on wax cylinder and on loan from the British Museum. I'm Captain Chris. You're listening to Midnight Cruise in our special Christmas Eve broadcast. You know, when Jupiter Jack asked me to sub in for him tonight, I immediately said yes. And he said to me, "Really, you sure?" Because a lot of the other DJs have Christmas Eve plans. I told him that no, actually, this is the first Christmas Eve in a long time that I actually haven't had any plans, and there's nothing I can imagine more that would be enjoyable than being on the air here, spinning tunes. And then he says to me, because I'm running out loud in the mouth, I'm saying, I got a track set list already, everything from Bob Seger to John Cougar, Mellencamp. He stops me and says, "No, listen, it's holiday songs. It's got to be all Christmas songs, station policy." So I was like, "Okay, well, I'll see what I can put together." But really, Christmas songs really aren't my favorite. Listeners, they're a little overplayed, I would say. But listening to some of these deep cuts here tonight, I gotta say, I'm really enjoying myself. In fact, I'm on the bridge of... Come on! That was supposed to be feeling all right again. Okay, let's go to a call. This is Captain Chris. Welcome aboard.
Hey Chris, this is Kyle from Newhall. I have an dedication.
Great, Kyle. Love it. Go ahead.
Okay, Diane, hope you're listening. And I'm really thinking about you, and I'm so sorry we have to spend Christmas apart. And I know I don't say it enough, but you really have been an incredible mistress to me. So discreet and spontaneous and available. It's been an amazing 3 years, and obviously gotta spend the holiday with my family, but you know I would leave Maggie in a second if I didn't think it would make our whole thing less hot. Okay, I'll be right there. I gotta go, we're doing stockings. I'll text you. And Chris, could you just play Where'd You Go by the Mighty Mighty Bosstones?
Okay, well, Kyle, thanks for the call. And no, I won't play that. That's not a holiday song, but thank you. And Diane, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life, but you should probably break up with that guy. Okay, let's play another track.
When you step onto the Santa Monica Pier, the first thing you hear is the roaring surf and the call of seagulls. But these days, there's another set of sounds. The sounds of belts unfastening, pants dropping, and 200 people masturbating.
We're masturbating for charity.
Brent Pantel is a part-time web designer and avid fan of Frisbee golf. And he's doing something a little different for charity this holiday season. He's the founder of Hands Around the Cause. I asked Brent all got started?
Well, before this Wheezy, I hadn't really done that much charity work because, honestly, I didn't really know what I could do. I don't have a lot of money, I don't run marathons, and I don't support the troops. But this year, with everything that's been going on, I just felt like I had to do something. So I asked myself, Brent, what is it that you're really good at? And I realized I masturbate a ton.
And apparently so do a lot of people in Santa Monica.
Yeah, the community's really responded to it. You can see we got quite a crowd.
How does it work?
Well, you just wet your hand
Oh,
and then
no. The charity.
Yeah, it's easy. All of our volunteers are taking pledges from friends, family, local businesses, like a walkathon, but for masturbating. For instance, Terry here is raising $150 for every plastic cup he fills with semen. How you doing, Terry?
Good. So, do I just give this to you?
Oh, no, just see Maria over there.
What are you doing with the money?
All the money we raise is being used to supply meals to hungry people in the Horn of Africa. So, for example, the money Terry has raised with his 2 ounces of ejaculate will be going to a small village in Ethiopia.
So a single cup of semen
Could feed a family of 4 for a week.
Wow.
It's a good feeling.
Must be.
Oh, you've never had an orgasm?
No, I have.
Oh. Sorry, I think I'm confused.
No, I meant the.
Is it when I said a good feeling?
Now, can only men?
Oh, no. Everybody's welcome. Now, with women, obviously, the mechanics are different. Usually, they're getting sponsored based on number of climaxes rather than fluid volume. Jennifer here is raising $200 every time she reaches orgasm.
2 bills every time I bring it home.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Now, how do people get involved?
Lots of ways. If you want to be a volunteer, you can sign up online or just come down. If you're a small business owner, get your whole office involved. We had all the cooks from Antonio's Pizzeria down here just like an hour ago. And look, maybe you're saying, I'm not really a masturbator. That's fine. There's so many other ways you can help. Pledges, of course, but also old magazines and DVDs, maybe little lotion bottles you picked up at hotels, maybe you have soiled underwear people can put on their faces. We have some visually impaired masturbators that just need to be read aloud to.
Well, it's certainly one of the most creative ways of giving back I've seen this holiday season.
Well, hey, if this goes well, next week we're going to be in North Dakota jerking off for Standing Rock.
Can I ask, what do you do with all the semen?
We throw it in the ocean.
For NPR News, I'm Weezy Tarnak.
People often ask me, Roger, why don't you do more songs about the holidays? And it's because for many years I was a spontaneous pagan. I only celebrated holidays that I myself invented in the moment. But recently I've become very intrigued by a particular holiday. I'd like to learn very much more about it. This is a song about it. I see you out on the street with your raven black hair, and I can't help but stare as you enter the temple of Israel. What goes on there inside? What cantations are sung? Are you speaking in tongues? What's the scandal of orgy that you call on a car?
charity, which actually was recently used as evidence in a congressional hearing to defund public radio. Ahoy, hoy, caller! I see you coming through. You're on with Captain Chris.
Santa, Buckles the elf!
Caller, I think you have the wrong number. My name's Captain Chris. This is radio.
Santa, I know you said not to call you at the radio station, but we got major problems at the pole right now. We are way behind schedule.
I wish I could help, caller, but I really have no idea what you're
Santa,
talking.
it is 5 p.m. in New Zealand, and the sleigh is still not off the ground.
The sleigh is not off the ground.
No! We have not left the pole! The loading process was a disaster! The computers crashed and we lost a whole chunk of naughty and nice data!
Okay, Buckles, when we talked about this retirement, we all agreed a clean break was necessary. I won't be doing you any favors by jumping in.
Also, there is a family of polar bears sleeping on the runway, and every time we shoo them away, they come right back. I just don't think we're big enough to frighten them.
Buckles, calm down and breathe. Listen, this is not the first time the sleigh's been behind schedule. Look, if you leave now, you hit the trade winds over the Marshall Islands. You still get to New Zealand before...
No, New Zealand is out! We are cutting our losses! Kids in New Zealand don't get presents this year! If we can get the sleigh up in the next 15 minutes, the best we could do is Japan and Australia by Christmas afternoon. But I'll tell you what, God knows what's gonna happen when we get that thing in the air!
Why? Is there something wrong with the
Well,
sleigh?
it wasn't designed for elves, I can tell you that much! We got 3 of us down there working the pedals. Meanwhile, I'm up on Nutmeg's shoulder trying to see over the dash. And as if that's not bad enough, these reindeer are a bunch of assholes!
Buckles, come on!
Oh, I am serious! They do not respect us! Yesterday, I was talking to Vixen about the flight plan, and in the middle of the conversation, she looked me straight in the eyes and pooped!
Buckles, that's how they test your authority. Look, talk to Rudolph. Get him on your side. The rest...
Rudolph! He's the worst one! He's been drunk for the past 3 days! Listen, Santa, I know you're doing your whole DJ thing down there. I don't really get it. I know it's important to you. But I am begging you, just come back for this one last Christmas. Please, just one night.
Buckles, I gotta get back to the show here. I know you're gonna do great. Please don't call me again on the air.
Santa, we're dying down here!
That was weird. Weird call. Get these? It's radio. Get weird calls. Okay. Maybe now is a good time to drop the anchor for a little commercial break. You're listening to the Midnight Cruise.
Ho, 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 it's that time of year again. Time to deck the halls and trim those trees. And you won't find a better deal on trees than at Thrift Kringle's Discount Christmas Tree Lot. The biggest selection, the lowest prices, and the industry's most generous return policy. Though due to repeated abuse, returned trees will not be accepted after December 25th. Spruce up your home with a lovely Norway spruce. Impress your guests with a beautiful Arizona cypress. And enjoy our recently amended return policy, which once again does not work after Christmas Day. You can't return a tree after Christmas. We know what you're doing. Every Thrift Kringle tree is full and glorious and guaranteed to satisfy or your money back. That is, of course, assuming that you're not trying to pull some post-holiday bullshit. Because it's clear you use the tree, okay? We're not idiots. It's not like we can just turn around and sell it as like a New Year's tree. It's not a thing. In fact, if it helps, here's some more reasons that you can't return a tree. It smells like pine. It has needles. It got sap on your hands. You forgot you already had a tree. It's too green. It's not green enough. It just sits there and doesn't do anything. Santa never came, so it must not have worked. And finally, you've recently developed a crippling fear of trees. Really like to know who started that one. Thrift Kringle's Discount Christmas Tree Lot. We probably just shouldn't accept returns at all. Merry Christmas.
You're listening to the holidays on KLAS. Blasting real-time hits from Cascade Junction all the way to the Antelope Valley Freeway. It's Jingle Bell Rock that really rocks. Oh yeah!
All right, sailors, trim the mast and batten down the hatches because this is the Midnight Cruise and we're full speed ahead. I'm your commanding officer, Captain Chris, and I just got word from the lookout that another holiday tune is fast approaching on the starboard side. But first, we've got another call. Ahoy, hoy!
Hey, Captain Chris, this is Dante from Valencia.
Hi, Dante. Do you have a dedication to send out?
No, it's more of a question, actually. Are you Santa?
U.S.
Just because, you know, you were talking to that elf. You know, you're talking about the sleigh and the reindeer, and he was calling you Santa.
Right. No, I see where you're going with it. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, figured this would come up. Yes. Dante, yes, I am Santa.
Holy shit.
Dante, please don't. It's radios. They're just.
Why are you on this radio show on Christmas Eve? Shouldn't you be, like, delivering presents?
No. I'm retired. I'm not doing that anymore.
What? What do you mean? Why?
Well, look, you do any job for 1,500 years, it starts to become a little routine. And to be candid, you know what? I'm not going to get up on a soapbox here, Dante. The point is, the last couple of decades, I haven't felt like my heart's in the thing, and you're just not going to do your best work that way. So I just decided it's time to move on.
Okay.
Here's
but,
another thing: is you have no idea how much I've loved radio ever since it was invented. Wow! And I've amassed a really cool record collection over the last 100 years or so, and I want to share it with people. I really feel I have a lot to contribute to the world as a DJ. So I'm really pumped to have this opportunity here in Santa Clarita. I jumped at the opportunity.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense, Santa. Can I call you Santa, or should I call you Captain Chris?
I prefer Captain Chris.
Okay. Well, it's just that, you know, the elves seem to be having a lot of trouble, so I'm just wondering, does that mean there's not going to be a Christmas?
Come on, you don't put that on me. Look. First of all, the elves are going to do fine. Look, my first year was rocky, too. Maybe some kids don't get presents on the 26th. Maybe some kids don't get presents at all. It's not like it's the end of the world.
So there's not going to be a Christmas this year?
Okay, Dante, thank you for the call. We got to get back to the music here. Thanks for calling, and keep them coming in. Folks, here's another track for the holiday.
I don't need more fancy clothes or tickets to a Broadway show. Don't get me some latest trend that some good salesman recommends. All I want for Christmas is the South to rise again. Take away our guns and turn us all LGBT. Boxes topped with pretty bows. I prefer the South that rolls bubble baths and fountain pens. Rather watch the Union end. All I want for Christmas is the South to rise again. Barring that, an Apple Watch.
But it turns out that the mall Santa was really her father the whole time.
It was tough, but we did it. 25 original Christmas movies for ABC families, 25 days. All right, everybody. everyone. Have a great break, and I will see you.
Stop everything! We got it wrong. We got it so wrong. I just got back from the marketing department. It's not 25 movies, it's 25 days.
What do you mean?
25 hours of original programming for 25 days of Christmas. That's what they've been advertising.
Wait, 24 hours a day?
No, 25 hours a day.
That's not even possible.
Well, that's what's on the fucking billboard.
That is 625 hours of programming. That means if we don't immediately come up with 312.5 movies, we're all gonna lose our jobs.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
Everybody calm down. We are ABC Family Writers. We can do this. Okay, first things first. We greenlight everything in the rejection time.
Even the one where Melissa Joan Hart's dead husband comes back as a reindeer?
Especially that. Okay, if we use the whole list, that is 14 more movies. Kevin, what does that take us up to?
2 p.m. December 3rd.
Oh my god! Oh, Kevin! There is no time for panic! Just start pitching! Give me premises, people! Heartwarming premises! There are no bad ideas!
Okay, Santa gets sick and his head elf has to take over for him.
That's great! What does Santa have?
Oh god, I'm sorry, all I can think of is AIDS.
That's okay, Chris. We'll circle back if we have time, but for now, I'm writing down Santa has AIDS! Alright, give me more!
Two high school sweethearts who don't believe in Christmas have
A suicide pact.
Why would they have a
I'm already rolling down! More pitches!
Okay, 2 closeted gay guys in a red state meet playing wise men in the town Christmas pageant.
Kevin, that's great. Why didn't you pitch that?
No time! Keep going!
Melissa Joan Hart's dead husband comes back as a reindeer.
We already have that one.
No! Fuck! We're pitching in circles!
Wait. Melissa Joan Hart's dead son comes back as a reindeer.
Great! Come back!
All right,
Damn it! This is taking too long! Just give me titles!
The yak who saves Christmas.
Great!
Yusuf the Muslim Snowman.
Perfect!
A Christmas Carol.
That's already a title!
Oh, what about A Christmas Carol? It's about a guy named Daryl.
That's great, but we're just doing titles!
Santa cop.
Santa versus Mothra.
Santa versus Christ.
Santa versus Self.
Chris! You're being pretty quiet over there. Come on! What do you got for me?
I'm sorry, I'm panicking. For some reason, all I can think of are Hitler ideas.
Well, don't hold out on me! Give me what you got!
Okay, Very Hitler Christmas. Ho ho Hitler.
Love it!
Straight from the Eagle's Nest. It's Ava and Adolf's Christmas Jubilee. Jubilee is spelled...
One step ahead of you, Chris! These are great! What are we at now?
We need 257 more.
Oh, Jesus! Okay, what non-Hitler ideas do we have?
Mrs. Claus's miscarriage.
Santa tries math.
A Christmas wreath.
A Christmas rape too.
A Christmas wreath 3.
A Christmas...
Guys! These are brilliant! Keep going!
I can't take this. We're never gonna make it. I mean, how do you even do 25 hours? You do like a split screen for one of the hours?
Chris, get away from that
Not
window.
possible! It's just not possible!
Oh my God! Chris just jumped from the 25th floor.
Forget about him! We need to keep going!
But he had a wife and kids.
Great! He had a wife and kids! That's a title! Now give me more!
I just keep thinking about Chris.
Well, stop thinking about Chris and start thinking about Christmas! There are only 62 movies on that board, and a sizable number of them have to do with Hitler!
Hey, just want to see how my brilliant writers are doing. Hope you got 25 movies for me.
We thought it was 25 days.
Yeah, 25 hours of original programming for 25 days
Oh,
of
no,
Christmas.
I nixed that idea. Did I not tell you guys? Yeah, it turns out there's only 24 hours in a day. Where's Chris?
That was a real conversation recorded in the writer's room at ABC Family, the network which recently changed its name to Freeform. I think to shake off the bad press they got about all the writers' suicides. And before that was a track I thought was called All I Want for Christmas, but now that I think about it, I think maybe the full title just wasn't showing up on my display. You know that? You don't know. Okay. Anyway, thought that was going to be a different song. Okay, we've been getting a lot of calls and posts on the show's Facebook page here during these last few tracks. Seems like a lot of listeners are anxious about my comments to the last caller, as well as some of these pretty alarmist newspaper headlines that are popping up online about kids in New Zealand going to bed without presents, and I just want to assure everyone that I'm sure the elves will figure it out in time for Christmas morning in America. Okay, I'm gonna open the lines back up now. I just ask, please call me only if you have a dedication, because that's really the spirit of the hour. Hoy, 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 you're on with Captain Chris.
So there's a chance we might not get presents?
Okay, fine. You know what? Let's get into this, because this is just the kind of thing that made me get out of this business in the first place. When I first started Christmas, the holiday was about food and family and gratitude, a little light in the dark of winter. The presents, they're just an add-on. I didn't even think about it till about a month before. And I started making all these little chairs for the elves, and they're like, those are stupid, we don't want them. So I brought them to this little place and gave them to children without parents, and there were dowries for impoverished women so that they wouldn't have to become prostitutes. That was Christmas. But now, presents. What present am I gonna get? What present are you gonna get? What present are you? Presents. The whole thing is just totally blown up. It's totally eclipsed the whole meaning of the holiday in the first place. It's, you know, it's like Urkel on Family Matters. Yeah. First season, very great, funny. Little nerdy neighbor kid, he comes in, a couple lines per show. Second season, he's taken over. It's the Urkel show now, and not saying that that's a bad thing. It's just really, he's building robots, he's making love potions, he's summoning interdimensional versions of himself. This is supposed to be a grounded sitcom about working class African American family. And here's another thing. You have no idea how hard it is to keep up with all the toy crazes. It's not like I can just churn out 20 billion Transformers. No. You gotta get licensing deals for these things, or we'll get sued. And I'm not gonna tell you who the worst, no, you know what I will, it's the Sesame Workshop. They're the worst. Worse than Mattel. Worse than Nintendo. Litigious people. And when you have more elves working as lawyers than in the shop, yeah, that's a problem. So if anyone out there wants to take up the mantle, the hat and suit are yours. Me, I'm out of the game. I'm spinning tunes now, so let's play a track.
Anyone who's had a similar experience to join my class action lawsuit. Thank you.
Go on, Missy. Tell Santa what you want for Christmas.
Alright, Sparkle, My Little Pony.
Oh, well, I think we might be able to whip something up in the workshop.
Say thank you, Santa.
Thank you, Santa.
Ho, ho, ho! You're very welcome. And who do we have next? Ho, 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 ho! Okay.
What you called? Good to see you, Sam.
Yeah, I recognize you, Bill. You know, this is really supposed to be
Just for kids, just
yeah.
for kids. I know.
Okay,
Look, I'm
okay.
only gonna take a minute of your time. Okay, you laugh like this.
Come on in,
Is
Bill.
one leg better than the other?
No, they're both equally bad.
First of all, no worries about last year. Okay, I know you did what you could. Just so you know, a lot of the same stuff is going to be coming back. But mostly this is a new list.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, top of my list this year has definitely got to be resolving my divorce. You know as well as anyone, it's been going on way too long. Some money suck. It's not good for me emotionally either. So what's the holdup? Right now, it's all about splitting up the kitchen appliances. We have 2 blenders. She wants both.
All right, Bill, well, that's really kind of out of Santa's
But
realm.
whatever you can do, honestly, even if it's small, they'll just need some little victories right now. Okay, what's next? Right. You know I can't work. I know I can't work. But until I get a proof of disability, I gotta keep going in. So what am I asking for? Disability. Barring that, or if that's a ways off, maybe just one of those like gel seat cushions, so when I'm in the cab, there's something taking the pressure off my spine.
Look, I don't know what you want me to say, Bill. I'll
Whatever you can do, whatever
I'll
you
talk to the
can
answers.
whatever you can do. Okay, here's a new one. There's black mold in my apartment. Landlord says not his problem. I move, but I need the rental control. So, what am I asking for? Maybe one of those like air purifiers, or even just some bleach. I mean, either way, I can't keep breathing this stuff in. Listen to my lungs right now. Top.
Bill, I'm very close to your chest.
You need me to switch legs?
No, let's just push through, okay?
What's next? Right. Trump won. What does that have to do with the price of beans? No. Just sort of got me down. What am I asking for? Maybe you could just, I don't know, help people see that like the immigrant rights and the Black Lives Matters and all the LBLT stuff. This isn't somebody else's problem. This is all our problem.
Yeah.
You feel me, Santa?
Bill, the mall doesn't really let us talk about politics.
Gotcha. Say no more, say no more. Don't want to get you into trouble.
Are you done soon?
Am I holding up
Little
the
boy,
line?
Santa's
Oops,
just finished.
Okay. What do you want, kid? I'll pass it along.
Lego Star Wars?
You got that, Sam? We're good?
Bill, we should really wrap this up, all
Okay,
right?
okay, totally hear you.
Okay.
Got a few more. Right. A towel. Yeah, a towel would definitely save me time in the morning.
You don't have a towel?
Right now, I'm just walking around the house until I get dry.
Bill, I can see my managers walking over.
Okay, uh-oh. You don't want to repeat last year. I got one more. This one was tough to write. I'm looking to meet someone. I'm not picky. I know I'm not Tom Selleck. I got baggage? You bet. Oh, you bet. I also know I got a lot of love to give. Well, look, if that's not in the cards for Bill this year, then maybe just one of those like emotional support animals, just something to have around the house that would know if I went. You know? I think they let you take them on the bus now too.
Bill, you know I'm not the real Santa, don't you?
Look, maybe you are, maybe you're not. I can't afford therapy. This is good for me to do.
It's Christmas time, and I know everybody be filled with joy and good tidings and whatnot, but I got a bone to pick. See, the holidays ain't so cheery for yours truly. And let me tell you why. Hey, yo, I'm pretty sure my lady's getting down with an elf. Yo, I know that she sounds crazy, don't believe in myself, but I bet she's talking someone tiny. I am here like
the FCC is taking the night off for the holiday. Some of our older listeners may not be familiar with that subgenre elf hop, but it is huge with the millennials, especially up near the Arctic Circle. Before that, we heard Bill Chacon's Wish List, which always makes me laugh. It's the saddest piece in the world. And before that, we kicked off the set with a TSA and expletive by the Scroats. I'm Captain Chris, and this midnight cruise keeps chugging along despite some slightly stormy waters, so feels like a good time for a dedication. Hoy hoy, this is the captain speaking.
Chris, it's your wife.
Hannah, hi. Did Buckles tell you to call me?
No. Listen, we need to talk.
Right, I'm literally in the middle of the radio broadcast. We talk in the morning.
Chris, the sleigh went down.
What?
The sleigh went down. I just heard from Buckles. The sleigh crashed somewhere in the Sea of Japan. Now, the elves are fine. They've been picked up by a fishing boat. And most of the reindeer are fine, too, but we lost Dash.
Oh, my God!
Honey, I know these last few years haven't been the easiest on our marriage.
Oh, Hannah,
Listen, I've been so focused on my cookie business. We've been spending more and more time apart.
Yeah, right, but you have to do what you love, Hannah, and you love making cookies. It's important to you, and this is important to me, and look, I know I didn't ask you to move to the North Pole.
And listen to me, I was happy to do it. I was a 19-year-old in love, and you were this handsome, experienced 423-year-old man.
You're so young, then.
You know, those kids didn't know what it was going to take to sustain 6 centuries of marriage. Look, I'm just saying, if I'm the reason that you left...
No, this isn't about us.
Is it about Heidelberg?
No.
Chris.
No, it's not. It's not about Heidelberg. Okay. No.
Look,
no.
Honey, I know this radio thing is important to you. I don't pretend to understand all of it. The sea captain element is confusing to me.
I'm saying it's confusing. What's confusing? My name is Chris, and captain, it's alliterative. It's very big to do that in radio.
Okay, my point is, it just seems like there's a lot of people out there who can be DJs, but there's only one person who can be Santa Claus. Unless you die and someone else puts on your coat.
No, I don't want to die.
No one wants you to die.
What? Oh?
No.
Well?
Chris, Dasher died. Don't make that for nothing. There are still kids all around the world who need you right now, that you can still bring Christmas
And I
to.
just can't right now. I have to go. I'm not answering any more calls tonight. I can't. Let's take a commercial break.
What's happening to America? We used to be the best, and now we're a laughingstock. Hi, I'm Rick Ortega, and as a proud patriot, I am pig-biting mad that America is losing tourists to Egypt, Australia, even France. Well, how would you like to do something about that, plus win a brand new iPad? Whoa, I've got the solution to reviving U.S. tourism. A pyramid. That's right. I'm building the world's largest pyramid right here in the American desert. Egypt's got nothing on this baby. And for a limited time, I'm giving you the opportunity to get in on the ground floor of this exciting project. You'll be working outdoors, getting exercise, and investing in America. But wait, it gets better! If you enlist your friends to help you build the pyramid, and then they enlist their friends to help, you can win vital prizes!
I joined Rick Ortega's pyramid team, and now I'm hard at work building a massive stone landmark and recruiting my friends to help. I've already brought in 3 friends, who each brought in 3 friends of their own, so that counts as 12 friends toward my iPad. And it's a big, beautiful pyramid. Take that, Egypt.
Folks, I am so gung-ho about making America great that I'm going to extend a special offer exclusively to listeners of this station. The first person that joins my pyramid team and enlists 10 fellow builders, who each enlist 20 fellow builders of their own, is going to win a pair of Beats headphones to go with their iPad. Just call them today!
Call today to join Rick's pyramid. team and show your love for America, and your friends' love for America, and your friends' friends' love for America. Offer limited to listeners of this station and everyone whose contact info they have. iPad is a registered trademark of the Apple Corporation. Call today.
This holiday season, treat your family to one final gift from restless musical genius Leonard Cohen. His final album, Cohen Sings Christmas.
Silver bells. Silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling. Hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day.
17 Yuletide classics in all their spare and sensual glory, brought to life by the master of erotic despair.
In the middle, we could build a snowman. Pretend that he is Parson Brown. Ask me, are you married? I say no, man. Jesus was a sailor, and lovers for the drowned.
The special magic of Christmas, illuminated as only an observant Jew who spent 7 years as a Zen Buddhist monk could.
All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. Pinocchio and Coward. Tiny hooves scratching at the door. When I needed water, you let me drink from your well.
Just $12.99 for this 2-disc set, including Cohen's definitive 65-minute rendition of the 12 Days of Christmas. Plus, special guests, Bob Dylan and Tom Waits.
We eat till Orion's heart, bearing gift, we travel
Order today.
Because it's the only place where Santa meets Carlos Santana. We're baby Jesus, it's Judas Priest. That's right, Virginia. Like somebody kissing classic rock. Oh, yeah!
Welcome back to the show, folks. Over the break, I'm thinking about a lot of things. I'm thinking about Dasher, I'm thinking about the elves, I'm thinking about, last Christmas Eve, right? Around this time, I was about halfway through my run somewhere in Germany, this little town that I've been going to for the last 700 or 800 years, and I was gonna go from rooftop to rooftop delivering presents, and I started to think about my very first Christmas there. It was back in the Middle Ages, right after I got the sleigh. It was just this tiny little village then, and the place had been hit pretty hard by the plague, and a lot of the kids didn't have parents, so that's when I brought them the little wooden chairs, and that's like nothing, but their little faces would just light up because they're so excited to have somewhere to sit. These people, they didn't have much, but what they did have, they formed together. They had a communal feast they invited me to, and there was dancing, fires, it was outside. And there was this younger, a widow there, one of her sons got the chair. The other one didn't, but they shared it and learned everything about her, just talking for hours and hours. And then I stayed the night, and we made love. And this is before Mrs. Claus, and she knows this story, so. Point is, neither one of us was looking for attachment. We were just these two little souls connecting briefly in the dead of winter. It meant nothing to me. But the next day I woke up and finished my route. And yeah, I was late, but no one really had clocks or calendars. That was Christmas. That's Christmas. Anyways, last Christmas, I'm in the same spot, remembering all that as I'm shimmying down this chimney with a particularly expensive goodie in my bag. This one set of parents had lobbied really hard. They'd gone from mall to mall, talked to 3 of my helpers. I felt obligated. And I'm bending down, I'm putting this PlayStation under the tree when this little 8-year-old kid pops up and catches me. And it's not good already, you don't want to be seen. And he runs over to me and looks up at me, and I look down trying to think of what to say when he rips open the present, looks back up at me and says, "I wanted an Xbox." When I got back up on the roof, I was so hot, my hands were shaking. I had to unbutton my coat, and it was my hands shaking made it so. I mean, it took me 10 minutes. That was Heidelberg.
I'm feeling alright.
I don't touch. I guess my point is, maybe for me it is Heidelberg. Maybe for you it's Trump. Maybe it's Syrian refugees. The point is the spirit of Christmas. The spirit of Christmas. I don't feel that in the world right now. Here's a track.
Okay, our snowman is almost done.
Yay! He has a carrot for a nose, 2 pieces of coal for eyes, and a corncob pipe.
We know, Karen, we're all literally right here.
Yay!
There's just one thing missing.
The top hat that crazy old magician left behind when we chased him out of town.
My dad says magic's a sin.
Do you really think it'll bring to life like the magician said?
Only one way to find out.
Aw, it didn't work.
I knew that magician was a liar.
We should find him and kill him.
Oh, wow.
Why am I alive?
Jiminy Christmas, it did work.
Yay!
Is someone there? I can barely see. Everything's so dark. My God. I have pieces of coal for eyes.
And a carrot for a nose and a corncob pipe.
Why would you give someone coal for eyes? What kind of monster am I?
Aw, I don't think he can hear us.
Let's give him pinecone ears.
No! My head! Something was. Oh, I can hear my own voice.
Yay!
Who said me? Who's there?
We are, Mr. Snowman. We're the ones who made you.
Are you God?
Yes.
Charlie!
He's just kidding.
We brought you to life so you could play with us.
Please kill me.
What's that, Mr. Snowman?
Please kill me. I'm so cold.
You're silly.
Wait. I'm wearing a scarf. How can I be so cold if I'm wearing a scarf? Sweet mother of God, I'm made of snow! My body is snow!
Of course it is. You're a snowman.
I'm not a snowman, I'm a snow monster! Why won't you kill me?
I'll kill you.
Charlie!
If you little bastards don't have the stones to kill me, then I'll just strangle myself with this cheap woolen scarf. Oh, one of my arms broke! Oh, oh. Is this what pain is?
Wow, Mr. Snowman, you sure do say some funny things.
How long do I have?
What?
How long do snow monsters live?
Don't worry, Mr. Snowman. You're gonna live all winter.
Yay! And then I'm gonna watch you melt.
All right. All right. I'll do what you want. I'll play with you. I'll smite your enemies. Just do one thing for me.
What's that, Mr. Snowman?
Build me a bride.
Yay!
You've been watching Bride of Frosty, part of ABC Family's 25 Days of Christmas. Coming up next, a young widow, a friendless boy, a ballroom dancer, and the sexual assault that brought them all together. It's a Christmas Rape 3. Don't touch that dial.
much division in the world today. People turning against each other, forgetting what matters. This December, let's remember what it's really about. I saw a girl in a bar in St. Noble. Couldn't have been much more than 4 years of age. Then I saw cashier look her straight in the eye and tell her happy holidays. It's a war on Christmas. They're waging war on Christmas. Then I got a text from my brother-in-law asking if I had Xmas plans. I said his name's not X, it's Jesus Christ. And there's a battle across the land. It's a war on Christmas. I'm living through war on Christmas. The lines are drawn and the hour is fleeting. An angel dies when you say season's greetings. Hey, Starbucks! No more cups that are just red and green. We want our frappuccinos to show a nativity scene. On Christmas. Last night I saw that same choir-up girl in a children's choir. Her heart was singing true, but she didn't sing of Jesus, just Frosty and Rudolph. My God! They got to her too. This wasn't a holiday song. This was a Christmas song.
Well, we're coming to the end of tonight's rock and roll voyage. The songs have been fun. They've been fun and funny and lifting my spirits. As for my segments, I'm sorry if it's been less of a pleasure cruise and more of a Joseph Conrad style journey and despair and misery. But, hey, I know for one that I'm sorry, Alan. I'm distracted. I closed the lines down 50 minutes ago with a little light caller ID saying flash override. Do you know what it? Can you make it go?
Please hold for the President of the United States.
Santa, it's Barack Obama.
Hi.
Hey there, Santa. Listen, you don't need to call me Mr. President or anything. Don't need to be formal. I've known you since I was a kid.
Yeah, I
Don't even bother with that stuff.
I don't forget the little kid in Indonesia who asked for a copy of the Federalist Papers for his 8th Christmas. Is this really you?
That's really me. You know, that was one of my all-time favorite gifts. But listen, Santa, I know you're doing your show, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we got kind of a situation in the Situation Room.
Perfect.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, well, not this time. Everyone's pretty upset about the lack of gift delivery this year. I can tell you, Joe Biden. He's pretty upset. Is he? Oh, yeah, he called you an apple-cheeked son of a bitch.
Did he? I didn't mean to cause so much distress for everybody.
Well, you know, the Joint Chiefs recommended that I conscript you in a mandatory service. But I said, guys, that's not how we do things. I'm just going to give them a call.
Right. Look, Mr. President, I'm really sorry about the whole thing. I really did. I thought the elves would have it figured out in time. I thought they'd get the hang of it.
Listen, Santa, I get it. All right, you put in your time, years, being of service, working for something greater than yourself. day in and day out until your hair's gone gray. And one day you wake up and, well, it kind of feels like the whole world just sort of threw it in your face. You think to yourself, fine, I'll let somebody else clean this up. I'm going to move back to Hawaii, shoot some hoops. Buy a pack of cigarettes, take that up again, because, you know, who gives a shit?
Yeah, no, that's just really, that's been what I've been going through too.
Yeah,
Same
but
thing.
maybe, in a moment like that, when things look really bleak, that's when you're needed most.
Am I needed, Mr. President? But I'm not really doing. I'm teaching kids that stuff is the key to happiness. So,
Well, that's one way to look at it. Or maybe you're modeling generosity. And maybe that's something kids need to see right now.
nope. I'm sorry, Mr. President. No, I don't think they're seeing it anymore.
Well, you could be right, Santa. I'm not going to keep you. I know you got your show. I like it, by the way. I've only been able to hear a little bit, but that sea captain stuff, that's just fun.
Thanks. I might change the name.
I do want to share one more thing, though. You know, at the White House, we get emails from ordinary Americans, and we've been getting quite a few tonight. I thought there was one in particular that might interest you.
Okay.
Dear President Obama, my name is Amara, and I am 8 years old. I heard from my mom today that kids in New Zealand aren't getting presents this year. I wanted to ask you, if I sent you one of my presents this year, would you send it to someone in New Zealand? I know the post office is usually closed on Christmas, but I thought you might be able to help.
And that's a real email?
Yeah, it's a real email. We get a lot of emails tonight. In fact, I'd be happy to forward them along to you. Are you still Santa at Gmail?
Yeah. Yep. But don't worry about the emails. I've got time to read it.
Of course. You got your show to finish.
Yeah. And then I've got about 2 billion presents to deliver, Mr. President.
Well, I'm happy to hear it. Merry Christmas, Santa.
Thanks, Obama. Weird, right? That was weird. You get a lot of weird calls, right? It's weird. People's radio. Barack Obama calls. Okay. Look, folks, it's 9 o'clock here. Is it 9 o'clock? 9:30? It's 9:30 here. We went a little over, but that means, hey, if it's 2 p.m. tomorrow in Tokyo, then I've got to get my things together because there's still time. In the meantime, real fast, here's one last track.
Have you heard? They say he's on his way. Have you heard? Have you heard?
I think Grandma invited him.
Who?
Him? Not him. Yes.
No.
Shit.
Uncle Mort. Uncle Mort is coming to Christmas dinner. Why must we see him every single winter? Why does he sigh when he gives you a hug? Why does he smell like an old dirty rug? Don't give him cash, don't shake his hand, don't egg him on, please understand. Uncle Mort is coming, don't give him your email. Don't let him sit next to anybody female. Don't let him show you the photo of his tumor. Nobody asks what he thinks of Amy Schumer. Don't bring up the election. Can anyone explain just how he is related? Don't let him talk about that woman that he dated. Don't let him see little Maggie in pajamas. Nobody mention a word about Obama. What are the odds? How can it be? Help us, oh Lord, it's Christmas Eve. Uncle Mort is coming, Uncle Mort Uncle Mort is coming.
Sorry I'm late, everybody. Look, I know it's been a rough year, but I just want to say how grateful I am to spend the holidays with family. Now, please tell me you have a working shower. Uncle Mort is here.
Okay, so, Buckles, we'll rendezvous off the coast of Yamagata. Keep in mind, I'm bringing my backup sleigh, the one I brought down here, so it's going to be tighter fit for the group.
That's okay, Santa, because we lost a bunch of presents in the ocean.
Yeah, okay, also, keep in mind, I'm magic, so I'm not really worried about any of this. Just to confirm, I'm going to have 4 elves.
Hi, Nutmeg and Buttons have to stay for observation, but Sprinkles insisted on coming.
Sprinkles, of course he did. Yeah.
We're all with you, Santa.
Okay, thanks. I'm leaving in 5 minutes, so I'll be to you guys in, let's say, 8.
We'll be there.
Okay, well, folks, sorry to wrap up what I'm guessing will be my final show in a bit of a rush, but you know the story. There was one thing I did want to say. We lost a good reindeer tonight. One of the finest. I don't think people know, but Dasher, he was my first reindeer. He used to carry me on his back before I had the sleigh. And he, like me, saw some real lean years for humanity. Let's just say he wasn't always getting carrots. Some years he just got hay. One year he just got pebbles and stones. But the world today has got so much abundance, and yet I still feel this fear that there's not enough to go around. And if I can leave you with one thing, it's this. There's always enough to go around. So give yourself the gift of generosity, kindness, peace, sharing, and love. All right. That's my message to you. I also have one other message, which is that at midnight, KLAS will begin its New Year's countdown of the best 31,000 rock songs of all time. You won't believe what's number 1. It's in quotes. It's the official slogan. This is Captain Chris signing off. Merry Christmas. And to all, good night.
That Lauren Flantier is going to tell you a little bit more about.
Yeah, it's a comedy show, and all the benefits are going to Planned Parenthood and the ACLU. They're calling it Less Miserable. So basically, the conceit is everybody on the lineup is someone who has been othered in one way or another by the incoming administration. We're celebrating our differentness. So they have comics that include Kathy Ladman and Moshe Kasher. For those who are familiar with Lost Men Radio, the Sapphire Sisters will be performing. Yeah! So it is this coming Wednesday, the 14th at 8 o'clock at the Atwater Village Theater. And if you're not on our listserv, get on it because we're going to be sending info about it.
Yeah, and there are flyers for that in the lobby. Also, if you prefer to experience this through a screen instead of live, we also have a segment as part of a True TV late night show called Rachel Dratch's Late Night Snack. We do a little series called Passive Aggressive History as part of that, and we just had our premiere of the newest installment of that last night at 11:30 on Friday. It's 11:30 on Friday, so stay up live and watch that. Great. And last but not least, if you have yet to have enough, if that's still all not enough, you can also check out our merch table on the way out. We have Christmas holiday CDs that are super cheap and have some of the hits you saw here. We also have a whole new line of T-shirts. That just launched 2 days ago. And if you go to our Facebook page, you get 20% off all the merchandise, all of them right now. Is that right, Aaron?
That is right.
He is so proud of me for saying that. And of course, stick around for the $1 off beer and wine and our incredible Carol sing-along led by Mikey, followed by our one-of-a-kind holiday playlist